Y'all know me, Big the Legend G, with my co-host Initial D, bringing that heat in the Twitch street. Grab your popcorn, kick up your feet, sit back, relax. We about to blow. Welcome to our channel. Enjoy the show. Ayy.
Hard conversation, brain stimulation, BGID, no imitation. Look, pull up on the mic. Two bitty guys is rocking the night. Sub on YouTube and follow on Twitch. I guarantee it's gonna be a hit. It's showtime. Man, you can't help but bob your head to that beat, bro.
Facts.
You cannot help it, man. I don't know. It's just one of them songs. I know you don't call it a song, but
right.
one of them snippets that you don't never get tired of hearing. So
yeah,
I love to hear that. Absolutely, man. Well, folks, sorry we're late.
No, we on color people time.
Okay. Now look, usually that ain't us. All right, we usually on other folks' time, but today, it's color people's time. But it's all good, though. It's all good, man. So y'all, welcome back over to the channel. Two Pretty Guys. We really appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got Aqua in the house. Hello, good to see you.
What's happening?
I think my better half, she might pop in. She's doing some she's making some shirts for me.
Okay.
For work, and kind of a last minute thing. I bought some shirts at Academy. Well, I think I told you, like Sports Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her, I said, "You think you can make these shirts?" So she looked at me and she said, "Okay." Like I knew she wanted to say no. I said, "Listen, you don't have to have it done now. Like, it's okay. Like, if you want to do it later, that's fine. It's not a deal breaker." Because she had a long day today, and so did I. So it's okay. It's all good. But I'm sure she'll pop in here and there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Well, so of course we usually miss wait a minute. Did we miss one or two?
Two.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm looking at the date. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think we missed 2 weeks. Wow.
Yep, we missed 2 weeks.
I know y'all probably like, here they go.
Yeah.
And they consistent.
They about to start their break. A non-existent break. They didn't plan this break, but they gonna have a break.
Look, all I gotta say is, we got a lot to talk about.
We do.
A lot of it's justified, of course, but nonetheless, it's good to be here right now. It really is. Another opportunity to, to sit up here and to just chat. Mm-hmm. For me, this is like, I'm not gonna call it therapy, but it's close because you get to sit up here and you get to chat. You just kind of get to relax, sit back, vibe, and just just talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's a talk show, folks. Yeah, we call it a podcast, but it's a talk show.
This is pretty, because that's all we're gonna do is just talk.
Yeah, because
and ask questions.
Back in the day, there was no such thing as a podcast. Like in the 80s and the 90s, they had like Maury Povich and Ricky Lake and
Jerry Springer,
Jenny Jones. These were talk shows. Well, it was a little bit more than talking on some of them shows, but those were talk shows. So this is like no different than that. But I always tell people, like, technology is a double-edged sword. On one end, it is a blessing. It is giving us like a chance to like do things like this. People are like building careers off of online product. It's just a lot of stuff, man, that you can do with the internet. But at the same time, it kind of takes you out of reality a little bit too. And you're not as present. You're not as in tune with your friends and family, because I take my kids to school on Thursdays and Fridays, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we go the same route every time. And then after I drop off my oldest, I go down this particular road and I pass by these kids that are waiting for the school bus. So I'm assuming it might be middle school, but they're a little big, so it could be high school. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I drop him off. He don't ride the bus. It's probably about 7 kids out there, and out of the 7, only one
Mm-hmm.
of them didn't have a phone, and the rest of them was like this.
Oh wow.
It was like I said, you take a picture of this, put it in a history book.
Ooh, it's gonna be
Because
rough.
because at some point it's gonna be like this is the beginning of the end. This
Mm-hmm.
right here. This right
Yep.
here. Like put that picture in black and white and everything.
Here you see kids in their phones. This was the norm back in Gen Z.
Yes. It was the norm, and it's what led to destruction. So you know what I'm saying? So but nonetheless, man, how has your week been this week?
Man, week has been pretty great. I'm on call this week, so kind of had to be by my laptop for the most part, and just in case. But knock on wood, no one calls me after hours, so that's always a good thing.
So you got to. So if they call you like 2 o'clock in the morning, you got to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's like an on-call nurse.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well yeah. Because I
Yeah.
got some clients in that field, and I got one I'm thinking about now. She had weeks when she's on call, and she can't really make no appointments that week at all. And
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, say she'll be able to keep them.
Yeah. And normally, if someone's on call, we have to have our laptops on us at all times, no matter where we are. We can be on date night. We got to have our laptops. But since the last couple times I've been on call, I think I've gotten one overnight call, and that was it. But it was like it was close to like 7 o'clock before I got it, so it wasn't like it was 2 o'clock in the morning or anything. But like I've seen my coworkers when they're on call, they'll bring their laptops
Mm-hmm.
with them. You know, if we go out to eat for lunch or anything, they'll bring their laptops just in case somebody calls them. But I mean, at the same time, it is during the day, during our regular office hours, so you kind of got to watch it. Um, but yeah, after hours, you got to be ready.
I hear that. So I guess pretty much that's what your week is consisted of. Just being near that computer and not really being able to move around as much as you want to.
Yeah, I mean, still doing the content. I was able to stream this week, so
Good.
that's one thing that I always get nervous about when I'm on call, because like I don't want to stream and then I get a call in the middle of stream and I gotta kind of look this way and mute the mic and answer the
Yeah.
phone call, and then I gotta sit there for God knows how long until I fixed the problem or figured out what the problem was or
Yeah.
anything like that. So, but like I said, knock on wood.
That just goes to show you how serious you take content creation, man. It's not just. I always felt like it was not just something that for you to do.
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like it was like something that you were like passionate about, because you don't like commit to like a schedule or do the things that you do to enhance the experience if you're not passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got some people that are like, I just do it just because, and just because of something, I'm bored or whatever. And then you have other people who you got other people who just come in and they take it very, very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They take it seriously and they just try to provide the best production as possible. And I
Yeah.
can relate to that. I can, especially when I was in my heyday of street in
In your prime.
my prime. You know what I'm saying? People like this dude that dropped off the face of the earth. But you know what though? It's cool though. We're gonna talk about that.
Yep.
About that.
What's
What's up, Doc?
good? Doc Tavius, what's happening, bro? Welcome in.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody, whether you are lurking or chilling in the background. Just I know it's late. Like I said, we like 30 minutes late.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good though. It ain't a perfect world, but we're here. We are
And
here.
we are ready.
So my week, it's just been the best word I can sum it up is just busy, man. It's busy, productive. I remember like a year or so ago, like my pastor used this analogy about water. And he was like, if you see water that's not moving, it's probably like toxic, it's dead water. But if you see water that is moving, like in a creek or so, it's pretty fresh, probably safe to drink as well. But his point was like going with the flow. Sometimes life gets busy while
Mm-hmm.
you're just getting acclimated to it. Success comes in busy seasons. Success comes when things are firing on all cylinders and like so. And that's pretty much like how my week has been. Well, last week too, just kind of firing all cylinders. And it's
Mm-hmm.
interesting because the year didn't start like that. Like it didn't. Like everything changed last
Yeah.
month.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. And folks, I mean, everything changed last month. So, hey, y'all out there that pray and you ask God for something, you know, just act like a football coming towards you and catch it and run. Run. Don't just sit there and just wait for life to just tackle you and then you fumble the ball. So that's pretty much how my week has been.
Good
Just
analogy.
right. Just you know me, getting up early in the morning, doing my thing, coming home around 7. Do I like it? No, but I do it because you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be comfortable, and my family understands that right now. So,
But that's good that they understand that.
yeah, they do. I was supposed to take my oldest son driving today, but I told him that Dad I had to make some arrangements, and I'll take him Sunday. I mean on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
because Saturday it's a free day for me. Like my weekends are. That is the time I get to like breathe, like a just chill.
Yeah.
Like my
Yeah.
Saturdays and Sundays, and usually after 2 days of not really doing much of anything or bare minimum, I'm usually ready to go by the time Monday comes around.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are here for episode 35 of the podcast. We're trucking right along. But before we get into the content, for the topic of the night, make sure if you are not on YouTube, go over to our YouTube channel. It is Two Bearded Guys Podcast. Like and subscribe to the channel. Comment below. We definitely love to have you guys over there. If you're over here on Twitch, we definitely appreciate you being here. For y'all that are new to the channel, we have hit affiliate finally.
Yes.
We have hit affiliate. I hadn't seen no email yet from Twitch, so I don't know if they're still doing that or not. But it is what it is. We calling it a win.
Oh, I mean, they're supposed to send something. I mean, maybe like
Right.
the spam folder.
Yeah, I looked everywhere. I
That is
hadn't seen anything, so I don't know.
I think it's kind of bizarre to still have that achievement up there. They're not gonna like honor it.
Right. Right. I mean, maybe it's something new that they're doing. Like if you hit the requirements, then you just automatically get affiliate. I don't know, but you know, it is what it is, I guess.
Still ain't got no emotes, man. We got nothing.
Right. We still ain't got nothing yet.
We got nothing to show that it happened.
We working on it though. We working on
like y'all just talking right now.
it.
Look, it happens. Trust us, okay?
It does happen. It does happen. So yeah, tonight, guys. If you see the title, I've kind of changed it a little bit in our end. But the title is "A Changing Season is Good for the Soul." Up here, I got seasons change, and so do we. So, you know, I think this was a great topic to discuss. You know, D and I have been talking about this for honestly since the beginning of the week, honestly. But I mean, we've been talking about it for like the past weeks.
Yeah.
You know, just the experiences that we've had in these past in the past month, in the past weeks. And we just got together Monday. It was like, you know what? I think this is a good time to talk about it. So, you know, this is us talking about
it. Yeah. We it's I can't really believe that things are happening the way that they're happening right now. Usually you hear about this type of stuff with one of your friends, and you know, you congratulate them and stuff like that. But this is something that darn near happened simultaneously, you know, within the same month, within the same time frame. Like you just
crazy.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, you know, I'll kick this off because, you know, I feel like I got some explaining to do, you know, because I kicked this year off with the full intentions of like going hard with streaming. I had a plan. I had an idea of how I wanted to do things and everything. I wanted to really make this year like a retro year of me streaming like old PlayStation 2 games and stuff like that. So you can ask my wife, you know, we went out, we bought stuff for this to happen, like converters and adapters and stuff that I can like hook up to the original hardware to use to stream. So I bought extra controllers. I mean, none of this stuff was super expensive, but that ain't the point. You know, I put the effort in to like do this.
Yeah.
So I remember me and you and Bear and Flash were like having a Discord call, and we were talking about like old games and stuff like that. And you know, I had bounced the idea off of y'all, and I remember just sitting writing these games down. So I'm gonna go through all these games, and I had every intention. Like I said, this was January, and it was not too long after it snowed here, honestly. So for those of you who don't know, I live in Florida, and it snowed like more than Canada, like for 2 days over here, bro. I don't know what that means. I just know what happened, and that was that. So, but when we went into February, you know, a lot of things started changing. You know, for my family, I'll say that much. So, and for those of you who are, you know, new to our podcast, you know, me and Bearda here are brothers in Christ. And, you know, we do talk about God here. We do talk about Jesus unashamed. And I can't like not talk about this and finish, you know, the story, of course. But, you know, we have been going through some changes here at home. And, you know, just me taking the leadership role, of course, the spiritual leader of my home, my wife doing some special stuff as well. And us just really just walking, you know, in the will of God, because, you know, we have been praying for some things to change for years, for many, many years, honestly. And that's another thing, folks. Like, sometimes you pray for something, it don't happen overnight. It may be one of them things you might have to be patient for and wait for, and just kind of analyze your life to see, what am I doing to
Yep.
put myself in alignment for this to come to pass. So we started putting ourselves in alignment with the will of God this year, and a really, really big opportunity came our way in February. So me and my family are moving into a really, really nice home. It's a really nice house. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. It's beautiful, beautiful home that is nowhere near where we live now. It's like on the other side of town, really nice neighborhood, and it's a major upgrade from where we are at the moment. And when that opportunity presented itself to me, he already knew like it was an answer prayer.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was just a matter of saying yes. It was a matter of like stepping out on faith, because you ever like came across a situation like you prayed for it, but then you start second guessing it, like I don't
Yeah.
know if I'll be able to afford this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. And I thought about that at first, but then I was like, you know what, it's now or never. I'm not gonna sit up here and worry about how I'm gonna pay for this, I'm gonna pay for that. Like, God has always made a way for us. He's always
Mm-hmm.
done that. And he's proven that to me at least time and time again, that he's faithful, and that, he takes care of those that belong to him. So we were able to strike a deal with this home. And ever since the middle of last month, that's pretty much what my focus has been on. Me and my family, like we've been like in the process of like, just packing stuff up, getting things in order where we are right now, and just buying, getting ready to purchase new things for our new home.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be moving in May, so May the 1st is when we're moving in. And as it stands, like I said, for me, I know that things are about to change a lot. Not just our living situation, but just my work situation in general, man. Like I've been, like I said, when I say I've been busy, I've been like very busy, man, and it's an understatement. And it's a good thing too. It's not
Yeah.
anything that I'm complaining about. Because if I wasn't busy right now, I would be a little concerned about the future.
Mm-hmm.
But since I am busy, since I've caught that ball and I'm running towards wherever the future, so to speak,
Yeah.
it's it's a beautiful thing. So that right there is one of the reasons I've just decided to take a step back from everything. I told my wife, I said, listen, I don't want to give my time to anything that's not benefiting me, well, benefiting us. So
Mm-hmm.
the time that I do have, I want to lock in with what I know is going to put us in a good position. So content creation, like whether it be YouTube, I haven't uploaded a YouTube video in in about a month. Today
Mm-hmm.
makes a month, according to YouTube, and that's a big deal for me. Um, and if any of you follow me and you subscribe to my channel, then I'm a frequent uploader. So I stopped that. I stopped Twitch, all that stuff right there. I was like, everything has just got to take a back seat.
Yeah.
I didn't come out and say anything. I'm like, I didn't tell nobody. Oh, I'm just from the quit streaming. I'm just from the lock in right now. And once I get to my destination, then we'll negotiate. What I have time for, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because there's other business endeavors that I haven't even. Well, now you're hearing it now. I haven't even told you yet. But there's other business endeavors that are on the way as well. You know, I got a couple of other opportunities that are in the works right
Okay.
now. One of them is getting involved with a supplement line. That's actually me and Crafty. Like we're going to be doing that together.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is it's potentially a fitness center. I won't call it a gym. If you want to call it a gym, call it that, whatever. But you know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
friends with somebody who we've been going back and forth about this for about a year, and he's been talking about it a little bit more lately. And there's still a lot more talking that needs to be done. There's still a lot more decisions that need to be made. I do know that it's not going to be something that happens like immediately, and it's not going to be something that happens overnight, but it is something that is going to occur in the future. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it's going to be like sooner or later, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to occur. So so that's where I am right now. And then I haven't even mentioned like just being a dad. That right there alone is that's a whole other job in itself. Being a
Yeah.
husband, that's a job too. You know about all about that.
Yeah.
Um, I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, my oldest son, he graduates in May. So yeah,
Nice.
walking the stage May 28th. So we are very, very excited about that. Very excited.
Yeah.
Um, we're gonna be giving out invitations. I know that y'all work and stuff like that, and you know it still ain't gonna hurt to send y'all an invitation. If y'all want to come on down, we would love to have you. You can come to my house afterwards, chill, all that stuff. That means no pressure, but we just want to give invitations out to people that we love
Mm-hmm.
that we care about. You didn't met my kids several times, and you Uncle OG, Uncle BG, man. But yeah, man. So that's my news. I'll say, as
Yeah.
far as like seasons changing,
Mm-hmm.
and like you said, like it says, so do we. And I do feel like I've changed a lot, just within the last month. I'm pretty sure you probably noticed it too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's my news, bro.
He has definitely changed a lot, chat. Definitely. My man then went in hermit mode.
Be like, man, he ain't said nothing in about a week. Okay, you got
Oh man.
call
But we
again, phone calls, man.
right. But we got this comment from Doctavius. He says the time between sometimes makes us doubt the decision because we are used to immediate results and forget God moves on his own time. And that is so true, man.
Yes,
Like I say this all the time, you know, as a human race, we are very impatient.
yes.
And like, you know, D knows me, my wife knows me. I'm just a laid back dude. Like, patience is a virtue. I learned that growing up, and it's just like, you know, as much as I want it to happen now, I know it's not going to happen now. So I'm just going to sit back. When God is ready to open that door, then He's just going to open that door. But you know, a lot of people, they ready to make it happen right then or right now, and they'll start it, and then it kind of falls flat on its face. Not saying it's the individual's fault, but you know, the circumstance may not happen, and you know, people just get upset about it. It's like, you know, God, why are you doing this to me? And it's like, you know, gotta wait, gotta wait. Not
Yeah.
yet. He ain't saying no. He's just saying not yet.
Um, there's a Bible verse that says that God does well. He said it doesn't say he does not, but he will absolutely not withhold any good thing from you, is what he says.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know, man. Maybe it's like I think it's our generation. like I said, we live in such an instant everything, instant gratification, instant Instagram, instant 2 day shipping, overnight shipping, instant microwave, instant everything, instant. And we've made that mistake of like treating God the same, like insta prayer. You
Yeah.
know, man, like insta prayer, like God, I need you. I already got you. So I mean, that's not how it
That's
works,
it.
man. And I thought about this like a long time ago. Like, if God gave us what we wanted immediately, that's not love. That's not love because He knows us better than we know us.
Mm-hmm.
And He knows whether we're going to be able to handle whatever it is we ask for right then and there, which is why the majority of the time we have to wait for what we want because there's some maturing that needs to take place. There's some learning that needs to take place. There's some wisdom that needs to be acquired. There's some pruning that needs to be done. Like you need some scars, man. You gotta learn some
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And sometimes, I mean, people don't want to hear it. Oh, gosh, wait on 3-4 years. I'm like, well, if He just gave you what you wanted now, and then here, God, I want a Ferrari. Okay, I want it now. Cool. I don't know how much the payments on the Ferrari is. I know it's a lot. So you get your Ferrari, you riding in it, you straight, and then all of a sudden, you get laid off from your job in 2 months. God knew that was going to happen, but He gave you what you wanted anyway because you said you wanted it. And now you mad at God for giving you the car that you can't afford no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, God's like, there's no winning with you. You just have to be patient and wait and wait and wait. So yeah, we there have been times I've prayed and He came through overnight. He has done that for me. And there's been times I've prayed and it took multiple years. Like I remember I prayed for something that occurred in my life, in our life, and it took 8 years for it to happen, but it happened. And this house is something that we've prayed for oh Lord, at least 6 years or something like that. Maybe about 6-7 years.
Mm-hmm.
We've been praying about this situation, and I feel like opportunities did come, and I fumbled. I feel like there were chances, and I don't know, man. I probably let fear get the best of me, and I didn't do that, and which was something that one of my clients told me last month. He was like, sometimes you just got to like walk into it, man. Like you never know what you're made of until you walk into it.
Mm-hmm.
I said that's exactly what faith is.
Yep.
Just walking into it, because a lot of us fear the unknown, and so we stay put. But then you stay put for so long, you start to like get uncomfortable. You start to resent it at some point.
Yeah.
But you allow fear to keep you stagnated. And I feel like that's something that I wrestled with for a long time. And like I said, this year, I saw it and I seized it. I said, this is it. We jumping in. We about to make this happen. So our house is like, we went not long ago to the house, and the kids, they love it. They love it, man. They didn't fall in love with it. They didn't already claim rooms. I said, listen, this room over here, y'all already know. It's my room. So you don't need
Pop
to do that.
pops.
I got 2 rooms though. I got 2 rooms. I got our room, the master bedroom, and
Yeah.
then I have my studio or man cave, whatever you want to call it. It's my room. So I'm already just kind of envisioning how I want to make it, how I want to, what I want to do with it. So it's going to be, I'm going to do a tour, when it's completed and stuff. And then, once I'm settled in completely, I'm I'm gonna assess my just everything I have on my agenda and my schedule and stuff, and then decide, okay, are you gonna be able to create content? Because I know I'm gonna at some point I am gonna come back to content creation. I'm not gonna stop doing that. I'm not like I've been like I don't know. I already made some videos for Facebook not long ago. So me being in front of a camera and the mic is just something that's natural. So,
Oh yeah.
but I wanted to be worth it. I wanted to be just something that everybody can benefit from. And not just me just getting in front of a camera just for the sake of saying I do YouTube, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, man. So, but that's pretty much been my life for the last about the last month or so. In the last 2 weeks, like I said, it's been real busy for me. Work has been working, and like I said, I have a lot, just so much, bro. Like there's just not enough hours in the day. I have a notebook over here of stuff I need to complete. And I'm gonna try everything I possibly can to complete it before the end of this month. So I have about another 16, 17 days to get that done.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that is all when it comes to me. What's his comment? Praying, folks praying for the lottery without understanding the weight it carries. We can't manage our 9-to-5 finances, and we'll waste $1 million, and we'll waste millions. Their hearts can't handle it. Its family members turn on them for not giving them some. Look, okay. The bigger the blessing, the larger the responsibility. Okay, with much work comes much responsibility and stewardship as well. And just like you said, folks can't even manage their 9-to-5 finances. How are you going to manage $2 million, $3 million, $10 million? Like, if you can't keep your bank account out of the negative, that money will be gone in like a couple of years. It's going to take some time to burn through that, but it will be gone when it has the potential to last for generations if you play your cards right.
Yeah.
But you're right, though. That's a really good point right there. Like praying they hit the lottery and you're a bad steward over what God has given you, because the Bible says he who can be trusted with very little can be trusted with much. And he who is dishonest with very little will be dishonest with much. So that's a story in itself. Like if you can't be trusted with, the $1,000 to $2,000 you get a month, how you gonna be trusted with $10 million?
Yeah. Oh, we got another comment.
Yeah, you can read that one.
Let's see. To be transparent, God told me in a dream to stop streaming in December. Then some Twitch drama started, and I look back and I'm thankful because I would have been in the middle of it. So I'm at peace. Man, Doc, let me tell you, that Twitch drama ain't no joke, bro. We thought high school drama was bad. That's Twitch drama something else.
This is worse because they grown.
It's so much worse. Like, I'll be transparent myself. Like, I didn't get caught in the middle of it, but I got brought into it. Like, and it's only because I'm close with the person. So it's like, a lot. Some people in communities, they know who I am. They know how I am, how I act, me being, a Christian and things like that. So, we've had those connections, those bonds, when it comes to like talking about life and stuff. And, they'll tell me what's going on. And I'm like, oh gosh, well, don't nobody else bring it to me, because I'm gonna be like, look, I'm gonna be like Pilate. I wash my hands.
Okay, yeah. It's not
my fault. I hate it for you, but I'm not getting in the middle of this. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand your statement, Doc.
It's interesting. He said that, God told him in the dream that to stop streaming in December. So here's something that I've just never really talked about regarding streaming. And it is partially why I stopped pursuing it as much as I did. Because at once upon a time, it did used to take over a lot of my time. It used to take over a lot of my day.
Mm-hmm.
And it just consumed me a lot. And anything that does that to you, you better believe that God about to attack it. He's finna attack it. Ooh. But I recall him telling me that this will never be what you want it to be. Like, it'll never give you what it is you're thinking. And this goes for YouTube too. It's like none of that is not ever gonna get you to where you want to be. Like, you can keep doing it, but it's gonna be like climbing a slippery slope, and you'll eventually get tired. You'll eventually get frustrated. You'll see other people succeed, and you'll feel some type of way. But I already told you that this is not going to be what you envision. Because of course, like a lot of people who do this, I think we'd all be lying if we didn't say that, oh, I want to be Twitch partner. I want to be a YouTube partner. I want to make a couple $1,000s a month from this. I mean, who the heck doesn't? Come on.
Right.
Who doesn't, bro? I mean, I know it would help me out tremendously. Trip with all my kids, man, it would help me out a lot. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say that was never really something that I didn't desire, but he made it clear. He's like, this ain't gonna work. And I knew something was like, I knew there was some truth to it, because my channel, I kind of, you ever heard the term saying when people say your channel died?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like mine's died in 2000 and I feel like it died in 2002. Excuse me, 2022. That's when I feel like my channel died, because it was around that time where I started wavering a little bit, and I started getting tired of the whole, like, going from this channel, that channel, and supporting and all that stuff. And I just started wavering a little bit from it. And I started noticing when I stopped doing that, I wasn't really getting as many followers as I was. My channel's been stuck at 2,500 followers since 2022, and we're in 2025. Like, I have not ever been able to break that. Like, I just haven't. And the crazy thing about it is that the whole year of 2021, it shot up from like 50 to like 2,200, and then stopped at 25 once I started wavering. And then last year or 2023, I kind of just accepted the fact. I said, I think my channel has it's bit to dust. Now listen, that can always change. I mean, if I decided to just go back to my old ways and just do the things that built it in the first place, then it would probably carry on. But to me, it's too much. It's too much work with very little payoff, man. And if I didn't have a family, that would be a different story, man. It would be completely different. But since I do, I don't have that type of time to give to something like this. I don't. Even to say, or I want to do it for fun, I'm like, well, there's other things I could do for fun too. So, and I have fun with my kids, because the thing about children, and you'll understand this, like when y'all have children one day, is that moment when they're little is very short. Because we spend more of our life as adults than kids. Because when they hit about, let me see, my middle son he's 11, and he's already going through those changes now. So it's safe to say when they get to about 12, 13 years old, like you don't lose them, but you definitely start seeing them show you their personality. Talking on the phone with friends, wanting to do this and wanting to do that, not really wanting to do the little bitty kid stuff anymore. So
Right.
I said, okay. When I saw that, I said, I'm not missing out on a single moment, because before I know it, my kids will be grown, and I would have been like spent my time doing something else that wasn't gonna work
Yeah.
anyway, because God said it wasn't gonna work. I was like, all right, Lord. But he said, you can keep doing it. Go ahead. But I'm like, oh.
I already told you.
I already told you it's not going to work the way you want, because he never said don't do it, but he just said don't. It's just not going to work. So just knowing that, you would think by nature, like, well, why keep doing it then? Let me do something else. So now
That's
that
the
dude, now that I'm doing what he wants me to do, everything's working.
yeah.
Everything is working. Like, what business? It's just, yeah. Just listen to God, folks. Don't go against the Lord.
Please don't. Because
Don't
the
do that. Y'all,
definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, hoping to get the same results.
yeah, and don't forget the children of Israel, man.
Or
They
get
stayed in
different
the
results.
desert. They stayed in the desert for 40 years because they wouldn't listen to God. So, yeah,
Yep.
I think I didn't. I pretty much told my whole story, man. Go ahead, man. Take the mic, man. You got the rest of the time here, bro.
All right, so little backtrack. Well, no, we'll go ahead. So, like D had mentioned earlier, things happen to us at the same exact time, and sitting here thinking about it, that is absolutely crazy.
Yes.
That it happened to both of us. So God has opened up a door in chapter 35 for me and Mrs. Bearded. We will be moving into our new home next week.
Ooh, next week.
So it's definitely been a journey. I remember when we first started dating, we had both started looking at houses, and we had seen a few houses, and they were kind of, we didn't really know what we wanted,
Yeah.
so to speak. Up until a year or two ago, actually a year and a half ago. We looked at all these houses, but with my job, it wasn't gonna work out like we wanted it to, so we kind of stayed where we were. And then I think the middle or the end of 2023, we started again. And at this time I was at the car dealership, so y'all can imagine, commission based only.
Yeah.
So you're never for certain what you're gonna make each month.
Yeah.
And we got to looking at that, and it just wasn't gonna work out, so we stopped. And then I got this new job where I'm at now, making way more money than I was making at the dealership. More firm money, so I knew what my income was gonna be. We started again, and God said, no, not this time. Not yet. You might have found the house, but this ain't the one I want you to have. I want y'all to have. And so this year we started again. We prayed about it. I've prayed about it individually. God, if it's your will, show us the house that is meant for us. And sure enough, February came around, and we found the house, and we went ahead and put the bid on. And not too long after we put the bid on, the sellers accepted it, and the rest is history. So, me and D say all the the purpose of what we're doing here, you know, it obviously is not to brag, you know.
Right, right.
You know, we want y'all to understand the power and the magnitude that God has in our lives. Like for him to make us wait for the perfect time, for the right time, it definitely means a lot, you know, especially when you have the faith of a mustard seed. Um, you know, I think I think about Jacob, where he had to wait 7 years. He had to work 7 years to marry Rachel,
Yeah.
and then got duped into marrying her sister. So he had to
Yeah.
work another 7 years just to marry
Oh,
Rachel. And it's like this dude done waited 14 years to marry the person that he wanted to be with. And now, you know, he's married to her. And, you know, that's how we look at things. You know, if we have to wait, we have to wait. There's no questioning God, even when we don't understand it. So, you know, new doors in our chapters are opening. You know, we believe the same goes for y'all out there. There may be something that um y'all are wanting to happen in your life. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's, you know, you want to have a family, have a little baby 1 year. Maybe it's a new house. Um, maybe it's something on your bucket list that you've been wanting to do for years. Um, our advice is just be patient. Good things come to those who wait.
yeah, yeah.
So,
We no, go ahead.
oh no, I'm done.
Well, yeah, good. Like great things come to those who wait. Because again, like I
That part.
said, we live in a world where everybody just wants, like they on that JG Wentworth. They want it now. Like
Mm-hmm.
they want it now. Like it's my money. I want it now. Like
Yep.
so. Okay. Well, again, what is it? So our senior pastor, he had a sermon a couple years back about the law of sowing and reaping. So that was something that we adopted as well. Just being faithful, being generous, things of that nature. These are like some of the pillars that I'm standing on this year. And well, I actually got it written down. So I got like 5 pillars that I'm all about this year. And number one is generosity. Whether that is giving money, whether that's giving my time or something I can do for somebody. Number two is stewardship. Anything that I have in my possession, I'm going to do the best I can to take care of it. That's stewarding, once again, finances, stewarding the kids that's been given to me, stewarding my wife that God has chosen for me, stewarding the home we're about to move into, just stewarding the
Mm-hmm.
clients that I have, things like that. Number three is obedience. Just listening to what God said do the first time, regardless of what it looks like or what it sounds like, just do it. Stop with the runaround, because folks, I'll tell you this, like you could pray all you want to, but if you're not listening and you're not obeying and you're doing what you want to do, then you just delaying things.
Yeah.
You're delaying what it is you're asking for if you don't walk in obedience. Number four is exercising faith, just literally like casting fear out and just walking into the unknown, trusting
Mm-hmm.
God to pave the way and to open the doors, because that's what the Christian walk is about. The Bible says that the just shall live by faith. Literally, live
I
by
say.
faith,
Yep.
not by sight. Walk by faith and not by sight. So that is walking into the unknown. And God knows that. And since he knows that, he's going to be in front of you the whole time. And the last one is intentionality. Just really, really being intentional about things that I want to do. Like not just saying it, but just standing on it and
Mm-hmm.
keep talking about it. Because the more you talk about things, the more likely it is to happen. You can say you want to do one thing, but then if you don't talk about it, it just kind of fades away and it comes back again later. That was probably something you should have did years ago.
Yeah.
But those are the pillars. I'm gonna get those made like for my office, like some sort of like, I don't know, wooden monument or something like that, and have Crafty make it for me, and I'm gonna just put it there so I can look at it.
Yeah.
But my point to the whole sowing and reaping is, we farmers will sow seeds in the ground, and farmers are some of the most patient people in the world because they got like
Yes.
acres and acres and acres of like crops. And can you just imagine like what it's like to get up day in and day out and do what it is they do to the soil? And then, man,
Look, I've seen it firsthand. I've done it firsthand because my grandparents, when they were alive, they grew crops. So I remember the summers spending the night with them and having to wake up and till the soil and pick the peas and shell the peas. Yeah, that was it was some crazy work.
yeah, it's hard, crazy hard work, bro. But the thing is like you don't. Pastor says you don't reap in the same season that you sow.
Yeah.
You have to be patient, and that just goes along with just everything in life, man. Like it's just if you don't exercise patience, life is gonna suck for you, man. I hate to say it, because if you think everything needs to just be instant and handed to you, you'll never experience joy. You'll never appreciate the process of growth that it
Mm-hmm.
takes for you to appreciate what it is you praying for. Like this, it's levels to this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
once again, God, He's not just like, I know I don't want to give you anything, because like, no, he wants to give you things. He wants to bless you. He really does. He does. But he also knows, as a father, he wants to make sure that you're ready for it
Mm-hmm.
as well. Like, with my kids, they sometimes they want things, and I'll be like, yeah, I don't think you're ready for that yet. They don't quite understand why. I'm like, okay, well, I'll explain to you why, because X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till you're a little bit older, till you're a little bit more mature. Like you're kids. You don't know any better. Trust me, I got you. And it's just like God treats us the same way. Like he's like, yo, you don't know any better. You think you know what you want.
Yep.
You think you want to be a millionaire, but what you don't know is that if you do become a millionaire, you'll turn your back on me. You'll act like you don't need me anymore, and you'll treat people terribly.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you are a greedy person by nature. If you're greedy by nature, more money it's just gonna highlight that.
Yeah.
And if you're generous by nature, more money is gonna highlight that. Money reveals what's in the heart
Yep.
to the
Yep.
10th power. So if you're somebody out there I'm not saying it's wrong to pray for money. I mean, we all need it. It is what it is. But I
Helps
would
us
pray.
live.
Yeah, I would pray, because the book of Ecclesiastes says that money is the answer to all things. It really is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you need it. But I would pray for wisdom to be able to handle money first.
Yeah.
I would pray for God to purge my heart of any acts of like just maliciousness or selfishness, because it doesn't make sense for God to give you a dime if you're selfish. Like maybe practicing generosity, practicing care,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Show God, like, I can do this, if you trust me. So, but if you
Yeah.
just somebody praying for money and you gamble it away, or you just don't want to help nobody, it ain't happening.
Right.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. I'm not saying don't pray, but it's just not happening. That's not how God works.
Yep.
You know, you beat on women, but I want a wife. You ain't getting no wife, man.
Sorry, Bucko.
You going to jail.
Yeah. Doc says, wise man once said the best way to miss out on life is to focus too much on the goal and stop enjoying the journey. Journey is where those memories and moments are made. That is a very true statement, because we as a human race focus on the now too much. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily, but I mean, to me, it's like you got to look to the future, because God works in the future. I mean, he does work in the present, but he's really good in the future.
Yeah.
So like, enjoy yourselves. Don't rush things. I'd say, yeah, pretty much. Don't rush things. Let things develop. It's like, dare I say it, I mean, he's my GOAT. Other people might disagree, but Michael Jordan, look what he did. I mean, in his era, he definitely changed the game.
Oh yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he did not make the high school team.
No.
So
he didn't.
And look what happened to him. Like he worked his butt off and waited his time. Went to North Carolina, won a championship, got drafted by the Bulls, and the rest is history. One of the greatest players to ever play the game. It didn't happen overnight. You know?
No, it didn't happen overnight. But you know, just
Rome wasn't built in a day.
No, it wasn't. Just to add to what you said, as far as like, you know, do we focus too much on the present, or should we focus or not focus on the future or whatever? But my take is, my thing is being present, like living in the present, being alert, appreciating the today, because that is all that we have right now. We do not have tomorrow yet. It's not here. Yesterday, there's really no reason to even think about yesterday. You know, it's a memory.
It's in the rearview mirror.
It's a memory. Today is what it is. It is today, and tomorrow is the future. Of course, like now, I think about the future. I think about the future. I don't live in the future. I live in the present, but I do think about the future, because if I don't think about the future, then what's a dream?
Right.
You know, what's the point in having goals if you don't ever think about how it can manifest or what it's going to look like? You know, so like the future, I often do think about it. And because I think about it, it causes me to act in the present.
You
know,
that's why I was getting at.
Yeah, I don't sit around twiddling my fingers hoping for a good future. Like, no, I think about what I want, how I want it, and then I use the moment to, like, you know, take steps towards that. You know, because you know, you got some people that do the opposite. They live in the past. Like, wow, like you literally live in the past so much that you can't enjoy the present and that you never think about the future.
Yeah.
That is the worst way to live. And these people tend to be the ones that complain the most, who really don't get anywhere in life. You know, just depressed all the time. Not really pleasant to be around, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
I understand. You know, Rafiki said it best. The past can't hurt, but you can either run from it or learn from it.
That's it. That is it, man. So
You
I
know,
mean,
holding on to the past, it don't help your present, and it most definitely won't help your future.
no, I mean, and I know I talk to people that can't seem to let it go, man. Like I feel like I talk to somebody every day about the past, man. Like, dang, man, like it happened. I'm sorry, it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like we, as much as I don't think there's a time machine, not to my knowledge. Gosh, if only it was, but man,
We be in trouble.
oh yeah, we'd be in a lot of trouble. Oh, I would change some things, but
Yeah.
I feel like everything happens for a reason. I mean, I'm at this point for a reason. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, just enjoying life is what I'm trying to do. I do struggle with that a little bit because sometimes I do find myself waking up in the morning thinking about tomorrow. I don't know why. And I'm talking like as soon as I get up in the morning, I'm thinking about tomorrow.
Bro, dude, like the past couple of days, because I was telling Miss Beardy this, like I have not been able to fall asleep just because with this whole, this whole new journey that's about to happen. I'm just sitting there thinking, like, man, I got to do this. I need to do this tomorrow. I need to do that. I need to make sure this is taken care of. And I understand your statement. I definitely understand it.
Yeah, it's you don't mean to, man, but I gotta catch myself sometime and be like, okay, just focus on the day.
Yeah.
Just think about today and not tomorrow. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, honestly, because at least it shows that I'm being intentional about the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But if you focus too much on it, you can't enjoy the now.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I am now. Like as I get older, this is probably going to be like a life goal for me for however long I live. Hopefully it's a long time, but just enjoying the now and working towards the future. And I wouldn't say forgetting the past, but just not really being concerned about the past.
Yeah.
We can't we can't press rewind and go back to Wednesday. Like we can't.
Right. The past is like the Old Testament. It's meant for lessons.
Exactly. I mean, you got some folks out here who won't read the Old Testament. I'm like, you better read the Old Testament. There's a lot of stuff there that you do yourself a disservice when you don't. Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with the old covenant. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just I read the Old Testament so I can read about the nature of God and how he handled the children of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I read it. I read it for that because you don't see that in the New Testament.
Yeah.
Like the New Testament is just this is what you do, this is what you don't do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have Jesus in the Gospels, of course, but when you start getting to like Acts and Romans and stuff, that's basically like the stories about the first century church. Letting us know how it was, and preach the gospel to every living creature and Christian conduct and just how to essentially be an effective Christian is what I get from the New Testament.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this comment real quick because I got a thought. There's a thin line between taking care of responsibility and it becoming a burden. Oof. That part, for sure.
Start dropping nuggets off stream.
Just all types of knowledge. I was sitting here thinking about this. We're talking about the changes in season. If you think about it, there were so many season changes within the Bible. Like a lot. I mean, one person that really comes to my mind is Job.
Oh,
Like he had seasons after season. He probably got all 4 seasons. and look what happened.
We read about what happened, but what it doesn't specify, or maybe it does. It doesn't. We read that all of these things happened to him, but do we know whether it happened simultaneously or did it happen over time?
Right. Because the story just says this happened, and then
Yeah,
this happened, and then this
and then this
happened.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be worse if it happened like over time. Like,
Right.
okay, one of your sons are dead. Okay, 3 months later, another son is dead. 2 weeks later, another son is dead. I'm like,
And then your livestock are gone.
what? What's like,
bro?
It probably been better if they all just got taken out at once.
Right.
So,
Which I mean reading it makes it seem that way. But like you said, like historical facts, you don't know if it happened at the same time or if it was overtime.
Man, if it happened overtime, that makes this even probably he got the worst story in the world as far as like a person. Like hard, we can't even see hard life, just devastation. And you're right, he went through all those seasons of life, and just like all of us, we go through seasons. Like I it's to the point now where I can see it now. Like I know when it's a good season, or somebody may say like a season, the harvest.
Mm-hmm.
When your harvest is here, when your drought is here, and I'm a firm believer in if you're a good steward over your harvest, you'll be all right when the drought comes.
Yeah,
I see no reason why you wouldn't be, because it's by nature that's how it is. Bears hibernate, and ants, they do these things when the seasons come, and they store up enough food for the next 3-4 months.
Mm-hmm.
They were good stewards over the time. And I feel like if we do the same thing, whenever that hard season does come, you'll be ready.
Yep.
The harvest is not just the blessing, it's also the the test of stewardship. All right, here it is. Let's see what you do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm finna go out, I'm finna blow this money and all this stuff. Like, okay. You get hit with them extra bills, and something happened that you need to pay for, and your car or whatever. Just how I go.
Yeah,
it's always something. It's always something, man. So and everybody go through it. Like, don't let nobody tell you that they don't never go through nothing. Yes, they do.
Yep. All the time.
I think we pretty much shared, I won't say shared the good news, but we did talk a lot about God today, and I'm happy about that.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? But we have hit that mark, folks. I know it's a little bit shorter, but our brother's got a bedtime. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got to get back on it around 5 a.m. in the morning, of course, which I'm grateful for and won't never complain about. But you got anything that you want to share, or anything, any events or anything that's taking place next week?
Yeah. Obviously next week is gonna be a busy week. However, I still have my schedule. Obviously it's early in the week. So we'll get back to doing our thing on Sunday. And Tuesday is actually going to be a special stream. Normally we do Campfire Tuesdays, Campfire Tales, where I play horror games. But this Tuesday, I will be doing an exclusive stream of Assassin's Creed Shadows. A lot of people don't know because I really hadn't told a lot of people, but I am a Ubisoft partner, and I was reached out to them asking if I wanted to produce some content for the game. The game obviously does not come out until the 20th of next week, so it drops Thursday. So y'all are gonna get a first look on live stream on Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm excited about it just for the simple fact that you get to play as Yusuke.
Wow.
If y'all don't know who Yusuke is, he was the first black samurai.
Nice.
You know, so I'm excited to play as him. Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite franchises. I've played all of them, and you know, so I'm definitely gonna be excited about that. Hopefully, I'll be able to do it a little bit earlier than normal because I normally stream at 8 p.m. Central Time, but I'm hoping I can do it around 7:30, so we can get as much content as we possibly can. But I'm very excited about that, and obviously, you know, we'll talk about the podcast a little bit next week, and you know, after we move into our home, I'm probably gonna be taking a break for a little bit. Probably won't be a long break, but I'm gonna take a break enough to where I can kind of relax and settle things down, and you know, then we come back and celebrate the wins together.
That's what's up. Yeah, Assassin's Creed. I haven't played all of them, but the last one I played was Valhalla, and the last one the last one I completed was Black Flag. So
Another
I
one
feel
of
like
my
I gotta,
favorites.
yes, I feel like I gotta go back. I may have to pick your brain a little bit as far as like, because I don't know, I lost track of it. I didn't lose interest in it. I just kind of lost track of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of hit me at a point where I was like, I don't know what the heck I was playing around that time. I'm not sure. I had a lot of things going on at that time. I just fell out with the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a great story. You know, still a good concept to the game. So I think it'll be something good for me to come back to leading up to Shadows. So that's what's up. I'm gonna definitely be sure I see that because that's gonna be a great game. I know it.
Oh my gosh. And you already know me. I love sneaking around. So
Yeah.
I love doing that. Now, even though I will be taking a break from content, well, I'm gonna say live streaming, I'm still gonna produce content. You know, I'll do some kind of offline recording because I want to get back into Ghost Recon Wildlands. You know, that was one of my favorite shooting games. So I will be doing something along those lines as well. But I'm still gonna be producing content, just not as frequently as I am now. So yeah. Doc says Origins was my favorite. Origins was a good one. I'm gonna take that back. I haven't played all of them. I haven't played Mirage yet because I've seen the gameplay of it. I know the storyline of it, but I wasn't too thrilled about it, I guess. Yeah. So I can't say I played all of them, but I'm more excited about this one that's coming.
I mean, honestly, man, all of them didn't really grab you like that, man. I mean, some of them grab you, some of them were kind of like, y'all just threw something together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't really have no plugs, man. Honestly, man. As far as like I said, for me, I'm on a little bit of a hiatus when it comes to content. So hopefully, I'll be able to start doing something again within the next month or so. And but yeah, man, I'm just over here doing the dad thing.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah,
very understandable.
Well, folks, we greatly appreciate everybody, man, who showed up, lurking, on both Twitch and YouTube. If you're not subscribed to YouTube, make sure you go on over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. Hit the like button as well; helps out the channel a lot. And if you are new to Twitch, make sure that you follow. And I don't know. I don't think we said it earlier on, but we our streams are going to be on Thursdays now.
Oh yeah,
at 8:30. Because like I said, for me, I've had to start working a little bit more on Wednesday evening. So just kind of mark your calendars with that, and we'll keep y'all updated, of course. So we really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, Doc. We really appreciate your company. We appreciate your wisdom and all of that good stuff. And may God bless you and keep you, bro. And just continue being faithful to Him, and may them prayers be answered.
Yes. And Doc, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow, bro. I gotta hit you up about some. But for everybody that is new to this channel, if y'all hadn't heard the intro to our channel now, you're about to be amazed. We put some hard work into this. Okay.
Yeah, we did.
But we will see y'all later. We'll see y'all next week, Lord willing, and y'all have a great night. Y'all know me, Big the Legend G, with my co-host Initial D, bringing that heat in the Twitch street. Grab your popcorn, kick up your feet, sit back, relax. We about to blow. Welcome to our channel. Enjoy the show. Ayy.
Pause, conversation, brain stimulation, BGID, no imitation. Look, pull up on the mic. Two bitty guys is rocking the night. Sub on YouTube and follow on Twitch. I guarantee it's gonna be a hit. It's showtime.